On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts
now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 27, recorded live on March 7th, 2015. My name's Matt Philly. You can check me out on Twitter at Matt Philly.
What's up, y'all? My name is Paul. I'm apropos everywhere. Google me, and you get me pointing at you.
Whoa. Wow. Is that really a thing? You could, if you Google it, you're pointing at them?
Pretty much. Now that's what's up is everywhere. And then, or A-bombs.
Okay. Yeah. That's, yeah. Well, hey, give it a shot, guys. Before we get started, couple of housekeeping things I have to say. Starting off with, if you want to know when we're going live, you can text the word live to 94033. I hope that's the right number. I think it is. But if it's not, the number's down below. I believe it's 94033. That's a terrible ad spot. I apologize. But if you want to sign up for the same service as me, you can. It's called textsignal.com, txtsignal.com. They will help you connect audience leaders with audience members, which is great for especially someone like Paul. You know, if you want to,
that's actually really cool.
Yeah, and actually, guess what, Paul? If you want to sign up right now, you can. And if you use the keyword pimp, you're gonna get 10 free days added onto your trial. What? No credit card required. That's 40 days in total. Again, textsignal.com. Promo code PIMP.
Hang on.
So txtsignal.com. So again, if you guys want to get live text messages, keyword live to 94033. And boom, just like that. I also want,
cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, you know, I'll have to show you a little bit more about that in the after show. But also check out setupaddicts.com. It is my community that I have sculpted with, everyone that watches the show that loves setups. Go join it, setupaddicts.com. We're almost at 1,000 people already, and it's been just a little over a month, which is insane. And more news. You didn't see. I have an index card with my notes. I just threw it at the camera. Does that make me cool?
That's kind of cool.
I feel cool. But also, last thing I want to say, I have a survey up. It's kind of weird. I haven't done one in a long time. But if you want to tell me how bad I'm doing with swashin, there is a link in the description. Rip me a new one. Let me know what's up. And yeah.
Can we get some of those off?
Yeah. Well, oh God. I should do a video of me just reading all the bad ones.
You have one tear coming out.
Yeah. I'm just like, submitted by. Like, I'm just crying. All right. So anyways, guys, let's get into the setups. Now, before we do, I think we should just make an announcement that this episode, the setups, there's nothing higher than 70 on this show. And that's saying a lot because one of them, I think, was 70. And then the one after that was like in the 50s. So they're not high scoring, and here's the problem. Paul is a really nice guy, and he felt terrible. But you guys,
man, I'm gonna hurt someone's feels because I'm kind of picky, and I've watched this show a lot, and I'm like, wow, they're kind of nice on a few of these things. I'm not gonna take your age into consideration because if I was that same age, in my teens, like I was telling Matt before the show, I was very picky about if I was gonna have someone see my setup when I was younger. Oh man, it was spotless, and so sorry.
So with that said, let's take a look at this first setup. The first setup is submitted by Darcy. Darcy is 15 and basically goes on about some stuff. If you want to know a little bit more about Darcy, you can head on over to pimpmysetup.com/Q to read Darcy's description. But right off the bat, what do you have to say about Darcy's setup?
There's movies everywhere.
There is.
It's like, I mean, I can't find a theme. I don't really know. I mean, there's gamer stuff, there's movies, there's stuff. I feel, first thing that comes to mind is I feel claustrophobic.
Really?
Yeah, because there's a PC on the desk, a monitor, and just tons of stuff everywhere. If I was going to pull up into that desk, I'm probably because I'm a big dude. So if I was pulling up into there, I got a bed squished up next to me. I just feel like there's so much going on.
Yeah. I mean, for me, see, now this is one of my favorites out of the show.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I think says a lot, because there's a lot of things I hate about this, but I really give. I know it's strongly worded, but in all honesty, the things that I do appreciate are, the pop vinyls and a little bit more personality coming out of that.
I do like the pop vinyls.
It may not come together throughout the whole setup, but there is a little bit of personality. Now, knowing you, I know you love PCs, you love all that stuff. What are your thoughts on that? On the tower, the case being right there on top of that desk?
It's in a good spot. I mean, I personally, because there's no window, there's nothing he's really showing off with the PC, and there's a cutout down below where the feet go. I'd put it down there, so cable management's a lot better.
Okay.
But then I can see where he's trying to connect it to the TV and stuff like that, possibly over on the left side. But still, I mean, it's not that far to go that extra mile or that extra, little area down there. But I would put it down there, because you're not, like with me, if I have a case with a window, I would have it up on the desk, so I like looking at my parts.
Yeah.
But you're not doing that with that computer, so I don't see why it's up there.
Yeah, I think that the setup overall is a bit confusing, and I think that it is cramped for sure. It's just, I think what is really the issue here is the furniture, not just the desk, but literally the whole room. I mean, is that a bed?
That's a bed right next to it. I'm man,
close.
Yeah, that's a little close. But I'm a gamer, so I mean, I'm all up into that Far Cry statue up top. Is that a Diablo head? The skull?
Don't ask me.
I think it might be a Diablo head. But the Far Cry statue, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But aside from that, though, I don't really see a theme. I just see
a collection.
This guy has a collection of movies, and the what are those dolls thing? Those things
pop vinyl.
Pop vinyls. Those things are cool. I don't have any. I want some.
I have a ton.
Those are awesome. So you can definitely tell he enjoys stuff.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's just there's a lot of it.
Yeah. And with that, the only thing I could say is, I touched on the furniture, but just shelves, organizational bins, things like that. You need to just take your vomit and condense it into one thing. And I know that sounds terrible, but it's kind of true. Like it's
true.
It's just
get all your movies together,
all over the place. You gotta kind of come. Heck, I don't know.
What I was thinking is, I don't know what that orange box is on the right. What is that? Do you know? Right next to the monitor.
It's probably a collectible edition of something.
Right?
Yeah.
What I was thinking is, if you got the movies off the desk, right, and you got some of the other stuff that doesn't really correlate with anything else off the desk, and then kind of design the desk around those pop vinyls.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
I would like that.
They need to have more of a theme instead of just everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool for me.
Right now, the
desk isn't doing it though for me.
It's kind of old school.
Yeah.
The keyboard tray alone, I think, is old school. It's not a thing anymore. I don't think.
I haven't had a keyboard tray.
Yeah, like the new furniture that comes out, from IKEA, places like that. There's no keyboard trays. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm never wrong. So that's the fun part. No. Okay, so let's move on before we hurt Darcy's feelings anymore. So this next setup is submitted by Justin. Justin is 17. And Justin says gaming and gaming setups is what he lives for. And he said when he found Pimp My Setup, he was like, yes! And I know what you're talking about. It's the best thing ever.
I agree. It's pretty cool.
Thanks.
So he likes gaming setups. I like gaming setups.
You guys could be friends. Yeah. That's the thing.
Why can't we keep friends?
I'm going to cut you off there before we get copyright. So taking a look at Justin's setup. Now keep this in mind, guys. All right. All right. Oh my God. Oh God. The comments. Do you see the chat?
I'm looking. Hang on.
Guys, come on. Don't hurt Justin's feelings.
First off, he submitted it.
Yeah, he did. But here's the thing. Let me clarify. This was submitted prior to Christmas. Okay. So this is not what he does for fun. The Christmas lights. But okay, so here let me dive in, because I know if you do, he'll probably start crying. Let me at least go in easy. let me go easy into this one. Let me talk about what I do like. I like that he's got some Packers stuff. Not that I'm a fan of the cheese, but I like that he's got sort of, it's what he likes. It's up on the wall. He's showing it off, and that's what matters at the end of the day. Now, I wish I could see it without Christmas lights, but I understand you submitted it around Christmas time. There's really no way around that. But it just, I don't think there's any sense to this. This is like you put a picnic table in the middle of your damn living room with some random ass footstool and decided to use it. Like,
there's a gun over there.
Yeah, right? It's like, what is this? This literally, there's a little bit of everything here. Like, I don't know.
You know what the first thing that pops in my head is? Gamers got a game, even if it's in the middle of a man cave that doesn't set up for a gaming setup. It's just gamers got a game.
Yeah,
that's all I keep thinking. But
one of my ongoing things with this community is people always say gun, but no, literally. This time there's a gun. Yeah. So I know people are just eating that up, but it's like I like the man cave part of it because
there's neon lights. I mean, yeah, it's kind of cool.
All the drinks.
There obviously is a pool table somewhere in the room.
Yeah, and
pool sticks and stuff. It has a man cavey feel, but it kind of feels like the computer and everything doesn't belong.
Yeah,
but I do like that computer. I mean, look at that side window. It looks, to me, I like computers, so that's sexy. I like that thing over there. That's that case, that Thermaltake case, beautiful. But it doesn't look like it belongs in that room.
That's what I was just about to say. That is the one thing that does not fit in this style of room. I mean, everything seems to be like not even a hand-me-down, but kind of like off the curb, for garbage the next day, or sort of like, a garage sale or a thrift shop or something. I mean, look at the TV. I mean, the last time I saw that, I was crawling.
I did not realize that that's one of those old school projector.
Yeah.
Big screen TVs.
I mean, I'm pretty sure my grandma has the same footstool. Let's be real here. I mean, there's just a lot of things here. And I'm not trying to hurt Justin's feelings because, he knows. He submits. He's getting feedback. And I love that you're getting into it. It's just you have to get a spot. You have to claim it, right? He's got to claim something.
Do you actually... Oh, no, the computer chair's swung off to the left. Because there's a couch. So you sit between the couch and your computer chair sits. How does that work?
I just completely ripped him apart for something that's not even true. I did not realize the chair was there. I thought he sat on that footstool. I'm like, you are doing it wrong, dude.
Would he rock on that thing? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But no, that computer chair's over to the left. But still, if I swing that computer chair into place, is there really enough room to sit there between the couch and that desk?
There is no spot for this. There really is no spot, and that's why the only thing I can say, and I think we'll even wrap up for the setup on this last statement, find a spot. Wouldn't you agree though?
Oh yeah, definitely. You need to find it. One reason why you need to find a spot is you'll enjoy your gaming a whole lot more when you're comfortable in a spot that isn't in the middle of a man cave.
Yeah, I don't get that. No, but yeah. Anyways. Yeah, so let's move on here. Now, this next one, I already started the survey, and I read some of the things that people said, and they're like, stop accepting terrible setups. And then I go on to this episode, and I'm like, damn it. No, they're not terrible, trust me. It's just, this next picture was probably not the best, and I probably shouldn't have accepted it, but, what?
Which one?
Jake's.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an awesome setup. It's just a picture didn't really do it justice. So don't worry, I will do my best to get better pictures from now on. Maybe if you guys took better pictures, it wouldn't be a problem. So this is Jake's setup, and he said it's used mostly for gaming and some coding. He's 18, and he lives with his roommate. So, hey, for living with a roommate, this is a pretty nice setup.
Yeah.
So Paul, dive into it.
Okay. I actually really like this setup.
Okay.
One, because the computer... That's like a one of those open case computers where you can do different things with it, like test different parts all the time, whatever. It's meant to look like that. And then he has the custom sleeve. I'm loving the computer. That thing is beautiful.
What do they call it, like a test bench or something?
Yeah, an open test bench, stuff like that. It's gorgeous. That computer's gorgeous. The thing I really don't like is the desk necessarily, because you have two different colors, and it looks like you have drawers underneath on each side of it. But I mean, the computer's great. The usability of this whole section, that would be an awesome gaming. You'd be able to sit down in front of those three monitors, and the way they're set up, it would be great. But it doesn't feel functional to me because of how, I mean, I could see myself going to sit down and ripping the cable out of that headset. You know what I mean? Because you don't have a spot for it. It should be, my thinking is it should be coming from the same direction that the mouse and keyboard cables are coming from. But above that, at 18, my walls were covered in some kind of posters or something. So you got, what is that? Like pin poster? Board over on the left side?
Board, something like that.
And family pictures over on the right. I mean, if you love your family, cool. That's cool.
but if you want a sick setup, get rid of the family. That's what Paul's telling you.
Yeah, I mean, what's your theme? What do you love? If it's your family, cool. Put your family pictures up, decorate it a little cool. You can put up different things. Hit myself with my microphone. But those box things that everybody's putting up and putting things in them.
Box things.
Yeah, up on the wall. They're like a box, and everybody puts things in them, like pictures or other boxes and stuff. Well, you could do that with your family photos. If that's your theme, your family, make it a theme. Go with it.
Do it.
You know what I mean?
Do you?
Do it.
Yeah. So what I would have to say is I agree with a lot of the stuff, especially the mismatch in the drawers and the desk. But the only reason why I think that is an issue for me is because the colors are just. It's like it just doesn't work for me, especially because of the wall, right? Like,
and the wall's like way white, just white.
Yeah, it's and it's like it has to do probably with the photo, the way it was taken. Everything just looks off. I just wish it was a better photo. Honestly, it's not a good photo at all, and I can't really see what else is going on. But I like the triple monitor setup. I like your peripherals, things like that. I like the test bench. I like that part. But I think now that you have the equipment down and you sort of, mean business with it, you got to make the setup look like it, Yeah. So get that red going throughout the whole setup. Right?
Right. Well, you see a lot of lights on setups, right?
Yeah.
He could put a strip of lights behind those monitors and light up that wall with red.
Yeah, exactly.
Or even underneath it. I mean, that'd be pretty cool accent.
Yeah, something I always...
Paint that orange desk black to match the other things or something.
Oh my God, black desk with LEDs all over would look amazing. One thing I always recommend to people is to actually get not only the strip, like you were saying, for behind the monitors, the strip behind the desk, and a strip for under the desk. That way, if you want to illuminate... I mean, you're going big and you're never going home with that setup. You know what I mean? So,
yep, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so that's what I recommend. But, I mean, do you really have anything else to say about Jake's setup?
Hey, yeah, not really. I get rid of that. I mean, you're submitting this to Pimp My Setup, why is there a tripod underneath? Is it holding the desk up?
Oh, God, I hope not.
If it is, you need to rethink that. Yeah. But for future people that are going to submit, I would say if I was going to submit this, it would be tidy. Get that thing out of there. Maybe put something else up instead of the family photos or whatever. Put something up on that pin cardboard stuff.
Yeah.
Decorate a little bit. I mean, you're setting it to Pimp My Setup. Show it off.
You'd think people would get that by now, but it's not. No, it's not a thing.
But I do love your computer. I do love it.
So at least you got something going for you. No, all right, so let's move on to next setup. Next setup is submitted by Brennen.
Okay.
Brennen is 13, and he so I just find this funny. He built and paid PAYED for a setup 100%. Just in case you didn't believe him, now you know. And yeah, so taking a look here. Okay, well, before I even say anything, what is your biggest pet peeve that's like just poking out in this setup?
I have two.
Okay. Ooh, okay. All right. Let's
the water bottle.
Yep.
And the microphone on the desk.
Okay.
Everybody that's going to listen to him playing games and stuff is going to hate him
because of the keyboard.
Badly. You're going to be like booming every time you move or talk or anything. It's just going to be like, I mean, it's going to annoy the heck out of everyone. You probably know this because people are probably telling you, get the thing off. Microphones on the desk are a bad idea. They're just so bad. You need to get it off of the desk that you're typing on or gaming on. But that's those are my reasons, two.
That's why I kind of hate the Yeti. But that's one of my many reasons. People always ask, can you explain why you hate the Yeti? But
I'll tell you.
Oh, you don't like the Yeti either?
No, I have it.
Oh, I got
Can't
a buddy
stand that
now.
microphone. Can't stand the blues.
It's just terrible. It's, even I would rather someone uses a snowball than the Yeti. Well, regardless, I'd rather they use none of those. But if they had to, I would have no problem with that. Regardless, before we get into a microphone debate, the problem with his setup isn't necessarily what he has or how, it's actually how he uses it. Right. Everything is like, it's like he's trying to make some kind of sandwich. You know, this is hardware. This is not a sandwich. You know, you're not putting the monitor as a hamburger bun. It's not how it works.
Do you tilt sideways or something to game? How do you game on that? It's like, because if you're doing a first person shooter, you have two bezels connected together in the middle. Mm. Are you using the left one to game on or the bigger one on the right? Why wouldn't it be centered?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just think that I don't even have much to say other than, because you know what? His setup isn't bad. The desk isn't bad. His walls aren't bad, other than maybe putting a little bit more in terms of posters and love in that sense. It's just rearranged, dude. And your setup will go from a 2 to a 3. No, it will go up, though. It really will. For now, I think the only thing I feel when I look at this is a headache. And I don't like headaches. So, I mean, do you really
All I would suggest is if you can, take your PC tower, move it over to the other side of the desk. Okay. Then get your biggest monitor. If that's the one you're gaming on, center it. The other one's probably for something else like music or looking at forums or looking at something to try to help you game or whatever. Put that kind of off to the side because that's not your focus. But figure out how to get that microphone off the desk. Your friends will love you even more. But if you're going to send it, my thing is if I'm going to send in a picture to have Matt and a guest rate it, put away the dishes.
Yeah, take the 2 seconds to put it away. You put
it back if you're going to drink it, but you're taking a picture to be submitted to be rated. So,
yeah. Oh, and people are correcting us in the chat because we can't really zoom in. That is a desktop, a desktop and an HP touchscreen PC.
Oh,
but still, the monitor arrangement I don't think is ideal.
It's still going to be, I mean, because what's his primary, it just feels awkward to me. If I'm pulling up to game or do anything in that situation, I'm going to be turned or doing something weird at the desk. It doesn't feel natural.
And regardless of that, why the hell is his PC tilted with the monitor? Right? Like it shouldn't be like that.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
That's my problem. He's trying to make a sandwich and this is not Subway, so let's not do that. So let's move on to the next setup. Sorry, Brendan. We're gonna move on to Matt's setup. Hey dude, cool name, not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. Matt is 15 and he's looking to spend a few $1,000. No, he said a few $100. He wants to upgrade this room, maybe repaint the walls, kind of stuff like that. He wants to know what we think, and he wants us to know that the desk is actually built into the wall and stained. So he said if we tell him to replace it, he will find us and kill us. So I'm a little worried about that. I'm not gonna tell him about that. No, he didn't actually say that. But taking a look here, dude, you know, this is a nice setup, but you just don't love it. You just don't.
It feels, I don't even know. There's so much space, yet everything, all his computers all shoved to one side. It just feels off-centered and cluttered onto one side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so the reason why I think he doesn't love it is definitely because of his wires. I mean, just look under his desk. Look at coming out of the TV, dude. Do you not like your TV? Like, seriously, that's
just Yankee wires coming out of it, just janky, just hanging out and just kind of.
Yeah, and I love how someone already said in the comments to paint the desk. I just said if we tell him to do it, he's going to find us and he's going to kill us. So I'm not going to recommend that. No. But in all honesty, like it's not a bad setup. It's actually really nice. It's just it shows how cables will kill everything. Like, wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah. Well, even because my eyes focused on the PC setup, right? Mm-hmm. And coming out of the PC, there's all those cables going up towards the monitors and stuff. And there's a few different things. I mean, you've talked about on other shows the little different things that can gather cables or hide them or whatever. But even getting the computer off the floor where all the dust in your house will collect is a good idea. Put it up. I mean, you have tons of desk space. Put it up. You have a window. Show it off. I mean, that's why you have a window on your case. Show off that beautiful computer, but then you'll be able to hide the cables even better.
Yeah. Now this, I really can't say anything because he's going to find us and kill us. But but my honest thoughts is you should just rip the damn desk out of the wall, dude. Just do it, because like think
It's
about
not
how
helping anything.
Yeah, think about, all right, picture this. All right, let's do a little bit of imagination. Bring out that whiteboard. Picture this. No desk there, right? We put in a nice brand new desk centered, so you have triple monitor setup right underneath that TV.
Yeah,
kind of like the new Unbox Therapy setup. That's kind of what people are going for.
Awesome.
And even if it did kind of extend across the whole wall, it might be a little overkill. But storage, stuff like that, you have it now. It just kind of looks like a bathroom or something.
It just, the space is not well able to be used, because you have just a whole wall of kind of desk.
Yeah,
and yet it could be definitely a better used space altogether.
It's mainly, the main issue has to be the cabinets in the middle. The cabinets to the side, the drawers rather, they're not bad at all. But damn, and the outlet coming up right above the desk, that's man, I don't know who thought of that, but that is not. I mean, I get it because the desk is into the wall basically,
right.
But still, man, oh god, whatever,
doesn't work.
Yeah, so I'm not going to comment on it. If you have things to say, you should go for it, because
I'm good.
You're good? Okay, good. Yeah, we don't want him killing us, so we're gonna move on here. All right, so this is another one. I wish the picture was a little bit better.
Is it foggy in the room?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was.
Did he just like vape a
I was
huge
about to
cloud?
say, yeah.
Just like
he might be
smoked
under
it
the
all
sea right now. I don't know. So let's see here. Kenneth, or Ken, whatever he prefers. Let's see. Does he say his age? I don't think so. Awkward. Okay, so wow, he uses profanity in his description. Wow. Okay, I can't read that. But anyways, taking a look here, despite the fogginess, wow. I mean, he's got a cool wallpaper.
Yeah,
that's about it. No, I'm just
like
kidding. Yeah, may our frame rates be high and our temperatures be low. Anyways, yeah, people are saying that it's not vape, like they're taking you very, very seriously.
Sarcastic is dripping from the walls with what I was saying.
Wait, does it say gullible on that wallpaper? No, just kidding. Anyways, though, all right, I'm gonna let you take the reins on this one. What do you have to say about it?
Okay, the design and the setup of the triple monitor with the keyboard and stuff is good, but is that really the place you put your headset? To me, it needs to be somewhere. Even if you get one of those stands that sits on the desk that you hook your headset to, would be a whole lot better than hanging it off the desk somehow, where you go to get up there and it falls off or you break it or whatever. What the heck is the white thing? The little white thing to the right of the headset.
Oh, honestly,
I don't know. There's just things all over the desk. I have no clue what they are.
It's got a lot of gadgets and gizmos.
Yeah, there's a book over there with a V on it. There's just stuff where you have the whole out of sight, out of mind on the rating. Well, there's a lot of stuff that's in sight that doesn't go with the setup at all.
Yeah.
I don't know what's there.
Yeah.
But
and I know I keep quoting Little Mermaid today. Maybe I should stop with the under the sea, the gadgets and gizmos galore, things like that. But in all seriousness, like taking a look at this, I totally agree with too many things in sight that should really be out of sight. And those headphones, I totally agree. That kind of makes me like feel bad for the headphones. They're like stretching, like, God damn it, I hate this. You know what I mean? Like it just looks painful. And that's why, even if you get the, a Shure headphone clamp for the side of your desk, you could do that. Get a command hook for your wall. Hey, I even made a freaking video about different ways to display your headphones. So you should watch that.
Sorry. My eye caught the Rockstar logos up on the top left. If you like Rockstar, you go for it. Make a theme of it. I see a bunch of stuff up there, but I see other things. There's a card with stuff written on it. There's a picture of some dude. There's just a lot of other stuff where you could have really gone with the Rockstar theme and really rocked it out with whatever, Grand Theft Auto or something.
Yeah.
And made your theme set instead of just a cluster of stuff on your desk that nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah, and it's actually funny because I think I have the same poster. Which is, cause, it's just a GTA 5 poster. So,
right.
So show it off, which is kind of funny because, wait, is that even on PC yet?
GTA 5? No.
No. So why does he have his PC Master Race and he's using
Well, he
GTA
has an
5.
Xbox controller there.
I thought it was for the PC the one that you plug in. I don't know though. That's just weird, guys. Yeah. He says PC Master Race, but he's got an Xbox PS4 game up on display. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm confused.
Let's just say he was caught red-handed. But I really, what I would say is, I mean, I kind of say this on every single setup, and people tell me I'm repetitive, but man, people need to listen. Get a triple monitor arm, clean those damn cables up.
Oh, dude, that would be a huge improvement.
Yeah, and the best part about a triple monitor stand is you could feed the cables through the stand, and guess what? It's magic, and it's gone. You don't have to worry.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
and those are really good monitors. They're high hertz monitors, so you're going to get a lot of FPS with them. So why not show them off a little bit? Like he says, get that triple monitor stand, get rid of those cables. It'd be a lot better looking.
Yeah, do some magic. Someone said it's on Steam.
What's on Steam? No, it's
GTA 5. See, people,
it's not available. Trust me, I'm going to launch party it.
See, why are people saying it is and people are saying it isn't? What is happening? This is why I don't care. It's whatever. If it is, I look stupid. If it isn't, I look smart. Either way, I don't care. All right, so let's go on to the last setup. Now, this one, I guess I should put a little bit of a backstory to this one. This is submitted by Joe. Joe did a setup consultation, and that's where you sit down with me, and we talk. We do things. We talk about setups, and I gave him some ideas. He didn't really listen to me. No, he kind of did, kind of didn't. But I'm happy with what he has done. I wish I should have put the before picture. I'm kind of stupid.
That would have been kind of cool.
Then. Yeah. So I told him to do some things with the desk. Like, I like it, but yeah, I'm not going to go into the whole thing. But he moved his TV, which used to be up in the top right corner. He added shelves. He did some stuff like that. There's still some things that I would do to it, but since I did a whole consultation, let's see what you have to say.
Okay, this first picture, I was like, okay, if I look at everything to the right of the hookah, I'm like, this looks great. I don't understand the red thing on the wall.
Okay,
along with the picture of some guy. Are you into photography? There's a camera there and a bunch of other stuff. Why do you use all that stuff on a regular basis? That's my thing. It's there. But if it's not used on a regular basis, it's not part of your theme. Why is it there?
Yeah,
it's catching my eye. Where if you're really trying to make this setup stand out, you're doing a really good job, except for leaving a drink right in front of it, right in the center of the picture. There's a drink right there. But I really love you don't have your headset strapped across the side of the desk. You have a nice stand for it or hook for it. Your microphone setup's pretty cool. I love that is that the TV that's above the two monitors? Yep. The only thing, again, if you're into gaming, how do you game like that when you're centered to the center of the bezels of the two monitors? That like bugs me.
Yeah.
So I mean, I stream. I'm a live streamer, and I have two monitors. My one monitor is for chat and everything like that, but my main monitor is centered to me so I can game without twisting myself and looking crazy. But aside from that, it looks pretty good. Those are those boxes I was talking about where they have stuff in them. Mm-hmm. He has games in them. He has a Blue Yeti box. And
sorry.
I can't stand that. But there's just random stuff in those boxes. Why not unify it with stuff you love? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If it's the Blue Yeti, then go for it. But there's a soccer game in there, so there's no unity throughout the theme.
True.
To me, there's not. But then the second picture, because my eye didn't really follow to what the desk looks like until I looked at the second picture, and then I was like, okay, sorry, dude, your points went down a little bit. Paint the wood. I mean,
okay. Well, here, let me clarify, because what I told him is basically what it is. It's two IKEA tabletops that he got for $3 each, and he wanted to have a big desk, so he made the 2x4s, blah blah blah, made it into a frame.
I see. There's a split right in the middle. You barely got it.
So I told him, hey, why not keep that at one side of your room for like videos as a tabletop, and then just go and for $30-$40 you buy the same size desk but one piece, and you buy the cheap legs that are like $3 a pop. Bada bing, bada boom, you're all set. But he for some reason, I don't know if that's something he plans on doing or what, but he seems to like that more. So I mean, I guess you like what you like.
My thing would be to make it look 100 times better, in my opinion, would be paint that natural wood that shows off the screw or nail holes. Mm-hmm. Paint it the same as the top or something different. Make it look more pleasing to the eye instead of just cheaply zipped in there real quick to just do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Random Windex over in the right corner, I guess. There's just things there that it's just like, why is it there? I don't understand.
My favorite part about this setup, though, rather the picture, is someone even pointed it out. They said, why did he take a cell phone picture when he has a damn DSLR sitting there? Like, right. It's one of those things.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Your picture could have looked amazing. That Mountain Dew cup would have looked brilliant.
Yeah. And I get it because he wanted to show it off that he had it, but
right.
That's something that shouldn't really be on your desk unless you're literally filming on the daily. But with that, let's go over the scores. All right. Now, we're going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. But let's just say I will put this out there and you will have to tell me that I'm not lying. You gave people lower scores than I did on basically all of them. Yeah. So,
a little bit.
Yeah. So I was trying to be nice, but Paul was like, no thanks.
I'm keeping it real. I mean, people, I've watched your show enough to where I'm like, you know what? You get some really good setups submitted and they look amazing. People need to start stepping up their game a little bit. They're leaving the cups. The whole thing to me that drives me nuts when I'm watching your show is when I see people submitting photos that have cups or dishes and stuff like that, or random stuff. If you're really trying to show off your setup, that's not the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Get rid of that other stuff that doesn't need to be there.
I agree. And now let's rip people's hearts out of their chests. Darcy got a 56. Justin got a 59. Jake got a 54. I think those are kind of a little too nice. Brennen got a 35. Matt got a 36. Kenneth got a 60. And Joe got a 71, which means Kenneth is second place. Joe is first place. Not that hard to beat. No, I'm just kidding. That was kind of mean. No, but seriously, it doesn't take a lot to get a good score on this setup. This episode, we were trying. We tried. We wanted to give people good scores.
If Matt was watching when I was actually scoring, I changed my scores a few times because I was trying to be a little more lenient, but it was just things were catching me. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
It just, I couldn't.
I was doing the same thing, man. I felt bad, but it is what it is, and that's all that it is. And with that said, guys, that's all we have. Tier. Normally we have 8 setups, but only 7 this episode. Sad face. What are you gonna do? But with that said, hey, Paul, thanks so much for coming on, man.
Dude, it has been an honor. I've looked forward to this for months. I'm so happy I finally got to schedule down with you and do this. It's been awesome. I apologize for those that we ripped a new one, but I've really looked forward to this. I had a great time. It's been amazing. So thank you so much for having me on, and can't wait to see where your show goes in the future.
Thanks, man. And guys, don't forget to check Paul out. All of his links will be down below. And he's going to come back on the show soon enough once we kind of filter through and give everyone else a chance. But you'll definitely be coming back on whether you like it or not. And don't forget, for those of you that are watching live, I guess I'll tell you afterwards so I don't have to make everyone feel bad about missing Celebration Saturday. But you don't have to miss it. Yeah, you don't have to. Nope. You can watch future ones if you go check out his Twitch. You have your whole schedule up on that, right?
Yep.
So there you go. And with that said, guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the Flippity Flop.
Now that's what's up. Just had to throw it out there.
I love it.
Thanks for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow at Pimp My Setup on Twitter for the latest info about the show. And check out swashin.tv/schedule to know when we'll be live again. Stay up to date with Matt Philly by following him on Twitter at Matt Philly. And until next time, we'll catch you on the Flippity Flop.